Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining the AI Insight webinar, AI Insight for Alternative Investment Managers. I'd like to start by introducing Michelle Browning. Michelle is Vice President of National Sales and Client Engagement. Michelle?
Thank you, Jen, and thank you all for joining today's Alternative Investment Manager webinar. Our next webinar is on June 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, and is targeted specifically to RIAs and how AI Insight functionality can help meet their due diligence needs and regulatory requirements. Visit AIinsight.com to register, and as a reminder, you can access the recorded playbacks for all of our past webinars, including opportunity zones and more, on the AI Insight homepage. Before we get started, I would encourage you all, as you listen to today's presentation, whether you are an alternative investment manager contemplating coming on the platform, or if you think of a firm you might want to refer us to that might benefit from being a subscriber, to please get in touch with me after the call for more information and next steps. As we go through this presentation, you will really see the platform not only does a great job of creating efficiencies and training on your behalf, but you can use us as a tool to get as much information about your offering in front of advisors, as well as be more efficient with wholesaling by networking with our key broker-dealer contacts and advisors for prospecting and following up with leads. As you will see, the platform really serves as a marketing tool for both your offering and firm. In terms of the agenda for today's call, we are going to first take a step back and look at why AI Insight was created and go over some of the reasons as to why you might want to consider subscribing. Then I'm going to walk you through the steps of actually getting your offering up and running on the platform. And finally, once you are on the platform, I'm going to reintroduce Jen Ronan, who will be your main point of contact, and she will share some examples with you of how some of our current alternative investment managers are utilizing the platform today from a networking, marketing, and training standpoint. AI Insight is an independent source for illiquid alternative investment research, and we've been providing education and training to broker-dealers, financial advisors, RIAs, and alternative investment managers since 2005. Back then, our CEO, Sherry Cook, recognized a need for unbiased alternative investment research and education in our industry. She really found that broker-dealers did a lot of due diligence at the home office level, but when it came to training the advisors, they relied solely on wholesalers. While wholesalers are certainly experts in selling their products, she found that the training was not always given in a fair and balanced way. She therefore created AI Insight. We started the platform on the illiquid side and recently expanded our research to alternative investment mutual funds due to an uptick of regulatory focus around their underlying complexity, liquidity risk management, and derivative exposure. Our three primary objectives are to offer a centralized database on alternative investment products to support advisor and RIA research and due diligence. We provide consistent perspective-based training and education at the product-specific level for illiquid alternatives, and fund-specific research reports and comprehensive training modules on the alternative mutual fund side. Finally, we're known for efficient documentation on all activities done on the platform. We do a great job of creating efficiencies in your firm by building the alternative education and compliance tracking capabilities for advisors and RIAs. If you sell your product through multiple broker-dealers, as you know, it can get overwhelming to accommodate each firm's training needs. So we do that for you. In terms of our current subscribers, we have over 115 broker-dealers. There are about 50,000 financial advisors utilizing the platform today, with 140 alternative investment managers like yourself subscribing. There are more than 250 open alternative investment offerings, including alternative mutual funds, more than 1,000 closed offerings, and in addition, we also have over 120 courses to fulfill firm element requirements. You can see our diverse list of investment types here: opportunity zones, private placements, hedge funds, closed-end funds, just to name a few. Now, why subscribe to AI Insight? You might be looking to increase your offering's visibility and brand recognition to advisors that currently utilize our platform for illiquid and alternative mutual fund investment research and education. From time to time, an alternative investment manager will give me a call and mention in the past they've raised capital through family and friends or family offices, and they are looking for other potential investment channels. As a subscriber to AI Insight, you can diversify your capital raise channel to our broker-dealers and registered investment advisors. Broker-dealers utilize our platform not only for alternative investment, education, and training for their advisors, but for due diligence purposes as well. They use us to source and compare products, create process efficiencies to train their home office personnel, and manage compliance requirements. The majority of our broker-dealer subscribers outsource meeting the regulatory requirements set forth by FINRA, NTMs 0371 and 0526 to conduct adequate due diligence and to train advisors on the risks and suitability of alternative investments. All of the advisor activity done on the platform is recorded for compliance purposes. We create a paper trail so documentation can be provided if there were a FINRA audit or an arbitration down the road. Registered investment advisors use the platform to research open and closed alternative investments, again, both on the illiquid and alternative mutual fund side for their asset allocation models. They can get quarterly performance updates, compare like programs, access offering documents, and industry reports on sectors including private placements, request third-party due diligence reports, and again, all of this creates that documented paper trail for compliance purposes. Another reason you might come on the platform would be from a broker-dealer, a third-party due diligence firm, or a managing broker-dealer referral. I do want to point out, we are not a platform where the offering can be purchased directly from our site. We are purely an alternative investment, research, education, and training platform. In terms of the onboarding process, typically the process begins with me having a preliminary conversation with you. I find out more about your firm, such as your offering and structure, the capital raise amount, what distribution channel you might be looking at to actually raise the capital, if you're contracted with a third-party due diligence firm, whether you are working with a managing broker-dealer, any specific broker-dealers you are in the due diligence process with regarding a selling agreement, and so forth. After our conversation, if you're interested in learning more about the platform, generally the next step is for me to schedule a platform demo with you. During the demo, I discuss the history of why AI Insight was created and our objectives. We take a look at the advisor portal so you can get an idea of how your offering would look on the platform and how advisors and due diligence officers will do research, training, and education on your offering. Then I will show you the Alternative Investment Manager platform, which is the site you and your sales team will be able to access, and you will see how all of the activity that we did over on the advisor portal is translated over to your site in the form of a lead. We have an actual lead follow-up report that is generated based on advisor activity. In most cases, you will see the advisor name, firm, and their activity. This information can be sent directly to your CRM for your sales team to access. For example, if an advisor in San Francisco did a search for your firm and then took a test on your offering, the wholesaler that manages that particular territory would receive a lead via email, and it can also automatically be populated directly to your CRM. We will also take a look to see how you are able to network your offering to our current subscribing broker-dealers. Many of the broker-dealers on our platform utilize AI Insight for due diligence purposes and for sourcing new products. We know how challenging it can be to acquire new selling agreements, and many of the broker-dealers on our platform will require that you are working with us to move forward in the process. When you are on the platform, broker-dealers have instant access to your fund data, making it easier for them to review you, conduct due diligence, and can help move things along faster in the process. In addition to showing you the lead follow-up report and broker-dealer networking capabilities, we will also take a look at how you can access our advisor profiles for potential sales, prospecting, and leads. This is a great time saver for wholesalers because this advisor list has value-added information the financial advisors have to input themselves, including preferred methods of contact, strategies used in their practice, along with products used, license and designation information, detailed information that is not available on a standard rep list. Your wholesalers can filter advisors by products, services, strategies, or how they want to be reached. You can export this to Excel, then upload to your CRM so the reports are easy for you to use. If you would like to move forward in coming on the platform, we offer an annual subscription for alternative investment managers, and I would then send you a subscription agreement and a proposal for your review. So how does your app offering actually get on the platform? As you will see, it is really an easy and seamless process for you. We really do all the heavy lifting for you in terms of creating the education and training the broker-dealers require in order for an advisor to invest capital in your offering. Once the subscription agreement is executed and the payment is received, you'll send us an unsecured PDF of the final offering document. Our analyst then begins program entry of the offering and creates what is called a program summary. This is a 13 to 15-page document, and frankly, what our product-specific training, education, and research is built from for each illiquid offering on the platform. The program summary is a synopsis of the PPM or prospectus. We distill that information down to the most important data points based on our experience in due diligence as what regulators expect the advisor to understand. It includes general information on the sponsor and offering itself, program features, objectives and risks, valuation information, state suitability filings, distribution sources, whether leverage is utilized or not, the fee structure, disposition and exit strategy, and there are also links to your marketing materials, offering documents, and the 10Ks, Qs, supplements, and annual reports can be found here as well. Once the program summary is complete, we send it to you for your review and approval, and once approved, we then create your product-specific education module, which is the test. Currently, 99% of our advisors on the platform affiliated with our subscribing broker-dealers must take the test before selling the offering to a potential investor. In terms of keeping your offering up to date on the platform, our program analyst team is diligent in collecting and monitoring the process for keeping all data current. We receive an Edgar feed for updates, or you can send us updates as well, and we will keep the information on your offering current. Once the program summary and education module are complete, that closes out the implementation phase of coming on the platform, and the next step is to train you and your sales team on the Alternative Investment Manager site. You will be assigned a sponsor relations manager as your point of contact to provide ongoing support and to make sure you are fully engaged on the platform to utilize its networking, marketing, and training benefits, facilitate advisor leads to your CRM, and make you aware as well of platform enhancements. I would now like to reintroduce and turn the call over to Jen Ronan. Jen is Senior Director of Sponsor Relations, and she does an excellent job of working with our alternative investment managers. She will be your main point of contact once you come on the platform. Jen is going to get a bit more granular on the networking, marketing, and training benefits the platform offers.
Thanks, Michelle. With your permission, we will publicize your firm in several places. First is DIYer, the Direct Investment Industry News. When your offering is live on the platform, we'll send over the name of the sponsor and offering to DIYer. DIYer will add this information to their announcement section. Please note that only the name of the offering is added, so private programs can be listed as well. We do ask your permission for those programs. Second is our co-branding marketing piece. We partner with Youth, the fund manager, to announce that together we will bring education and research to advisors and RIAs. This announcement is sent to our broker-dealer and RIA contacts. This announcement can include a press release with specifics about your offering or the manager. Third is our announcement in our monthly newsletter. AI Insight has 2 monthly newsletters. One is targeted to you with announcements of new broker-dealers, site enhancements, and industry news. The second is for our broker-dealer community. Broker-dealers can also forward the newsletter to their advisors. In the newsletter, we will announce your firm and your new program offerings. Please let us know after this call if you're a current subscriber and not receiving a newsletter, and we will be sure to add you to the distribution list. In our news and alerts section of the platform, broker-dealers and advisors with selling agreements can see updates on either your offering or updates on the sponsor itself. When your program summary and education module go live, notifications are sent out to the broker-dealer and RIA community. Other examples would be when you update capital raise or you add an offering document. You can also add your own sponsor program notifications to be sent to the broker-dealer RIA community as well as those financial advisors with selling agreements. Personally, one of my favorite marketing features of the platform is in the events section. In the events section, you can add due diligence meetings that you're having, update calls that you're holding, or even introduction calls for any new funds that you have. These events can be viewed by the broker-dealers and advisors with selling agreements. You can also choose which broker-dealers you'd like to invite. You can invite all 115 broker-dealers that we work with, and the invitation will be sent to all of the users who have AI admin accounts and those advisors with selling agreements. You also have the opportunity to add your white papers to the platform, and these white papers are available for our 50,000 users to review. Our sponsors are the experts when it comes to sector, structure, strategy, education. We add the white papers to the platform for additional education. When an advisor reads the white paper, it will be recorded in their training, education, and research log. New white papers are also listed in that monthly newsletter. In our premium and industry reports, you can access hard-to-find competitor data through our premium and industry reporting. With our financial performance and industry reporting research, you can find financial statistics of private placement, non-traded REITs, BDCs, closed-end interval funds, and alternative mutual funds, including distributions, coverage ratios, sector allocations, capital raise, and more. With the industry reporting, we deliver customizable packaged reports that combine the industry report with snapshots for the programs that are most important to the user. Your sales team will be able to efficiently track their offerings as well as competitors. In our program fee and expense report, you can perform detailed fee and compensation analysis. Lastly, in our comparative reports, you're able to run side-by-side comparisons based on 90-plus program features. We now have a new offering call. It is a recorded or live interview with one of our analysts to include in your program summary. In these calls, our analysts speak with key decision makers discussing insights not available anywhere else. Topics include program objectives, management's investment thesis and business plan, risks to be aware of, management's track records, and capabilities in managing similar assets. This webinar complements the AI Insight Program Summary to help fulfill due diligence and suitability regulatory requirements. With our webinar opportunities, AI Insight coordinates the webinar logistics and gets attendees for you, plus you get the recording. We have two other types of webinars. Our first is our broker-dealer RIA educational webinar. This webinar is an educational presentation on specifically industry-related topic, structure, sector, and strategy. Our alternative investment managers are the experts, and we partner with you to deliver your expertise. This presentation will be followed by a 15-minute presentation on a specific product offering. Our second webinar is our Financial Advisor Focus CE CFP approved presentation. We will make this webinar available for all the advisors we work with, as well as the RIA broker-dealer community. This webinar will be added to the platform as a self-study course as well, available for advisors to complete and receive their CFP credits, and we will file those CFP credits for you. Michelle and I would like to thank you so much for joining us today to learn more about the benefits and features of AI Insight for our alternative investment managers. Please reach out to Michelle if you have any questions. Her phone number is up there, or certainly you can reach out to our customer care department. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you have a great afternoon.